Hello, my sweet friends. How are you today? Welcome to my YouTube channel, the Art Cake Experience channel. Today I'm doing something really fun because I'm going to be trying for the second time actually. You have probably already seen the time-lapse video that I made with the Jack Skellington painting, but I'm going to be trying with you today my new Karen Portaleo oil paintings, which I absolutely love. I'm in love with these paintings. They're so good. I found a painting that really works like an artist paint, an edible paint, and for people who like to paint before being a cake artist, finding a product that really looks like the products that we will use to paint a picture, it wasn't the same, and now we had to mix and match different kinds of brands. But I have to say, I'm not gaining anything with this. I'm just saying because I like it. The product is really good. So like I was saying, this we're going to be painting this skull inspired in Dia de los Muertos, the Mexican tradition. Actually, it's a tradition in many countries. In Portugal, we have it as well, in Venezuela as well. But the skull is typical from the Mexican culture. So I'm going to be doing this for my Mexican friends, inspired on their culture. Again, using Karen Portaleo's oil painting. I think I have both diluters, the fast and the slow. I think I'm going to be doing the slow one because I want to blend some of the colors. I already used both. I have to say the fast one is really amazing because, I mean, you paint, it dries, it doesn't stain anything. I did some letterings with this. It was awesome because sometimes when you're writing or filling letters with colors, they can mix with the color next to it. With this, no, it's really good. And I already used the slow one with Jack Skellington as well because I wanted to blend the gray shades. So I think I'm going to be using this one today. Actually, I'm going to attempt another thing, which is I have the palette that I already used for Jack Skellington. The colors are dry now, but I'm going to try to reuse them. I'm sorry about the noise. We have some construction workers next door. But hey, that's what happens, right? So as I was saying, I'm going to try to reuse the colors that I have in the palette because if I can, that will be awesome as well. Because with the paint, when you're painting a picture, when you're painting some drawings or whatever, you tend to reuse the product that you have left in order to save in the products that you use. So I'm going to try to do that here as well, using water and the diluters together to see what happens. So we'll see what happens. And I'm going to be using my set of brushes. Also, not gaining anything from this. This is not, nobody's sponsoring me. I'm just using it because they're really good. And that's it. So let's get started with this Dia de los Muertos skull. And I really hope you like it. Hello, my sweet friends. So here's what I'm doing. I'm trying to recover the colors that I used before. As I told you earlier, these colors have dried overnight and I'm trying to reuse them, see how it works. So I start with water. It's not helping that much. So I think I'm going to go and use some of the diluter. That I'm going to use the slow one because I want to blend colors later. So I don't want it to dry too quickly. Apparently, as you can see, with the diluter, it starts working better. I found out later that if you use a little bit of alcohol, like vodka or gin, a transparent alcohol, edible, you can also, it works a little bit better. So I'm going to start with the flowers. I'm using this magenta color to start with the flowers. These are very colorful Mexican sort of fantasy flowers. So it's not really a type of flower that needs a specific way of painting. I'm just going to give some color in the tip of each petal, and then I'm just going to blend it with some gray color later on to give some depth into this flower. So now that the petals are done, I'm going to use this dark purple to complete the details of the flower. I changed the brush. Now I'm using a thinner brush so it could be more precise. I don't want to be blending too much here. And then in the middle, I'm going to add some yellow just to pop the center of the flower and give a little bit of contrast with the skull, because I'm going to be painting the skull with gray and pink colors. So I think that way the flower will pop a little bit more. Now I want to start with the butterfly, but I'm getting a new pink color because the pink that I have here is a little bit dark. So I'm going to blend the magenta color with the white because I want to create a vibrant pink color for the butterfly. All the skull is going to be in the stones. Look how pretty it looks. If I add a little bit of water, a little bit of yellow, it just gets a little bit more vibrant. This is not water, sorry, this is just the diluter that I'm using. And see how well this paints, how easy it covers everything with just a little bit. I don't have to be taking a lot of paint, and it's quite it's like an opaque end or result that you can see the color. You don't see transparency, you don't see the sugar paste, you really can see the color for the butterfly. Using a thinner brush, I'm just going to, and the soft diluter, I'm still using this low diluter, so because if I want to blend, I know what to do. I'm just going to accentuate some white just to give some light into these butterfly wings, so you know, it gives more depth into the design. For the details of the skull, I'm going to keep using pink, maybe a little bit darker, more magenta tone, to, you know, the little spots of the flowers in the skull and the eyes as well. I'm going to be blending a very light pink for the eyes. You will see it in just a minute. sides are done and blended. As you can see, I put a lot of light into it, leaving the dark into one side and the light into the other. Now all the details are going to be in using the magenta color with a little bit of the pink, but I want it to be dark and bold, so it really pop the eye and the details of the skull. Shadows of this skull, I want to use gray, but I'm mixing it with a little bit of pink just to keep the palette similar to all of the tones in the skull. So all the shadowing, you know, from the bones and the indentations in the skull, all of that is going to be done using gray. It looks like a big chunk right now, but since I'm using the slow diluter, you will see how this blends very easily later on. Once all the shadows are done, I'm going to use pure black and you will see how good this works. One of the things that happens when you work with edible colors is that the black tend to be gray, and when you mix it, it doesn't look that black into the white sugar paste. But look how this looks I'm going to outline all of the butterfly using this. Look how good it runs, and it covers everything that I want it to be covered with just a little bit. When I say it's black, it is black. It's not grayish, it's not watercolor, it's very consistent, and I'm still using the slow diluter in case later I want to add any accent in another tone. keep adding details using the black and outlining everything with the black that I prepared before for the butterfly, and you will see how this design will pop now that all the lines are going to be traced using black color. It's really nice. design came to life using black. I'm going to use some darker gray to give more details into the flowers of the skull. As you can see, I'm still using the slow diluter because I really wanted to be able to blend it if I need to. So look how cool this looks, just blending some gray and some black into this skull for the flower. I want to leave everything in more or less the same palette because then it's going to have a contrast of color later on. You will see it at the end of the video. Now you don't see it, but this design has some like bubbles in the back, some, I don't know, balls. So I decided to give it a very nice green color. This is pure green. I just added a little bit of this lime green that you can see in the palette just to give a little bit more depth, but nothing. It's actually the green with the diluter, and see how the design pops by giving this small background to it. And this is the result of my skull that I just painted with the Karen Portaleo oil paintings. They're really good. You see how it blends. You see how wonderful they are. Just the little drops of the diluter. I did manage to save some of the all colors, not all of them, but some of the all colors, which is great. You see how fluid it is and how well I can blend the colors. It's really, really nice. Especially I love the black. It's really black and it stays black. It's not like stains in it, and I can really blend like the gray areas, the eyes. I could blend the 3 tones of pink plus some gray in it, and it looks really good. I'm really happy with the results. I hope you like it too, and I hope you try these paintings one day. Again, I'm not gaining anything from this. I'm just saying it because I like them and I think they're really good. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for being here in my channel. I will, if you have any questions, just leave the comments, leave me the questions in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'm going to be leaving the links to the things that I used today so you can try them too. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.